Hello. In this video, I am going to show you how to create quiz assignments in Google Classroom. First, from the Google Classroom homepage, navigate to the class you wish to make the quiz assignment in. Then, go to the Classwork section. Next, click Create and then Quiz Assignment. When you choose the quiz assignment option, it will append a blank quiz to the assignment for you, and it will also turn on grade importing. Now, this quiz is simply a Google form that has been modified in the settings to act as a quiz, and that's what they attach for you. You technically could create a quiz assignment by just creating a normal assignment and attaching a Google form that's been turned into a quiz. But this feature makes it much easier. So again, you just create a quiz assignment and it brings you to this dialog box. So I will go ahead and give it a name. Oops. And some instructions if I'd like. I don't wish to add anything, but these are the standard choices. I could create additional content, and in this case, they already have appended a quiz, and I've got to go and create that quiz. So we'll do that in just a moment. I also want to point out this locked mode on Chromebooks. If the students will be taking the quiz on a district managed Chromebook, you could turn this feature on and it would lock down the browser so that they could not do additional web searching outside of the quiz. They would be locked down to just the quiz itself. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and open up this quiz so we can build it. The quiz will open up in Google Forms. It gives my title, or it has the title of blank quiz. If we wish to change it, we can just click in the box and change it. I could describe the quiz, and then I could go ahead and build my questions. So I would just simply click in the box. I could title the question. This one is set up to be multiple choice, but I have a nice variety of question types that I could ask, from short answer, which will not grade itself with paragraph and short answer, but multiple choice certainly does. Checkboxes, drop down, file, upload, linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date and time. And technically there are ways to accept answers for the short answer. So again, I would just type in my question and then my option choices. So I'm just going to do, add all. So I just hit A, B, C, D. The quiz has some smart features to it where if it can tell the types of questions you're asking, it will go ahead and do what it just did there where it filled in the A, B, C, D for me. If I didn't like one, I could close it out. My question could be an image if I wanted it to be. My answer choices could also be images if I wanted them to be. Down here is where I can set the answer key. So if I click on this, it'll bring me to the answer key section. So if I wanted to say C is the answer for this one, you notice that it will accept C. I could decide on a point value for it. I could also give answer feedback. So for students that got it incorrect, maybe I want to send a message to them. Perhaps I want to provide them with a link or a video, so I can go ahead and do that. And if they get it correct, perhaps I want to send a different message, link or video. So you can do those things. Once you're done providing the correct answer, you can just click done. And now you're back on the question builder. To add before we add more questions, I want to show you that you can duplicate the question, which is often a very efficient way to build these quizzes. You can delete it. You could make it required, which can be very helpful, right? Because we want our students to complete all questions. And then the three dots, I could describe the question. So this would allow me to provide some additional help text to the students. If I had created sections, I could send them to different sections based on the answer, and I could shuffle up the option order. To add more questions, you just hit the plus, and then tell it what type of question you would like to have it be. All right, so this is the builder tool over here. Notice that you can add questions, You can reuse questions from old or other quizzes. So if you have other forms that you've already used, you could import those questions onto this question, similar to the reuse post feature of Google Classroom. You could create titles, you can create images, YouTube videos, and then we can also create sections. Up at the top, I just want to point out that in the settings area, this is where they turned it into a quiz. So if you click on quizzes, you'll see it's already been made into a quiz. So if you have old Google Forms and you're wondering how can I turn them into a quiz, just simply go to the settings and select make this a quiz. There's that locked mode on Chromebooks section, but you can also decide when you're going to release the grade and what the respondents can see. And those things again are up here in that settings sprocket. Once you're finished building your quiz, you can just simply close out of it. We're right back here. I know it hasn't updated the name yet. It will. And you can go ahead, just like usual, decide which class it's for. If one class is selected, which students in that class, whether you want it to be graded, the due date, the topic, and then you can go ahead and schedule, save, or discard. We are going to go ahead and assign it at this point. And that is how you build a quiz in Google Classroom.